What happens when a Hollywood love story turns into a war of power, lawsuits, and shocking accusations? For years, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively were supposed to bring It Ends With Us to life, a romantic drama with massive fan hype. But now, it's the real-life drama behind the camera that's stealing all the headlines. Because according to a bombshell new deposition, Baldoni's former agent says Blake's behavior on set felt like extortion. Yep, that's the exact word he used. But what does that mean? Was Blake really trying to take over the movie? Or is this just another twist in a messy Hollywood feud that's spinning out of control? Let's break down what really happened and why that single word just set social media on fire. It all started with It Ends With Us, a film that was supposed to be Justin Baldoni's next big win. He wasn't just directing, he was also producing it through his company, Wayfarer Studios. And when Blake Lively signed on to star, fans thought it was a match made in Hollywood heaven, a powerful actor-director duo adapting one of TikTok's most beloved novels. But behind the polished press releases, tension was already building. Sources close to the production say creative disagreements surfaced early on. Everything from wardrobe choices to how key emotional scenes should be portrayed. Blake, known for her hands-on approach, reportedly wanted more control over how the story was told. Meanwhile, Baldoni, who had directed hits like 5 Feet Apart, wasn't used to giving up creative authority. By late 2024, whispers started to spread. Rumors of friction between the two stars and talk that the set had become uncomfortable. Then came the real shocker. Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios, accusing him of sexual harassment and claiming he led a smear campaign against her after she pushed back on creative control. Baldoni denied every allegation, calling them false and defamatory. What was once a passionate collaboration suddenly turned into a headline-making feud, one that would only grow messier with time. But things took a darker turn when a new voice entered the story. Baldoni's former agent, who described what was happening behind the scenes in one explosive word: extortion. And that's where everything changed. In a newly surfaced deposition obtained by TMZ, Justin Baldoni's former agent, Danny Greenberg, didn't hold back. When asked to describe the pressure surrounding the It Ends With Us production, he said it straight. It felt like extortion. According to Greenberg, both the studio and Baldoni were caught in a storm of growing demands from Blake Lively's side. He claimed that the actress was pushing to take more control of the project, to the point where it seemed like Baldoni would either have to hand over creative power or risk being sidelined completely. Now, the word extortion is serious, especially in a Hollywood context where every move is watched and every phrase carries weight. But Greenberg made it clear he wasn't accusing anyone of a crime. It was how the situation felt. The nonstop back and forth, the mounting pressure, the behind-the-scenes tension. It all reached a point where even insiders said it no longer felt like a collaboration, but a power struggle. And just when it looked like things couldn't get more complicated, Lively's legal team hit back, claiming this extortion talk was nothing more than a distraction from the real issue at hand: her harassment and retaliation claims. Still, Greenberg's statement added fuel to a feud already burning across headlines, because now people weren't just asking what happened, they were asking who was really pulling the strings behind the scenes. But to understand how this fight escalated, you have to look at the timing, when the complaints started, who backed them, and how the testimonies don't quite line up. And that's where things start to get confusing. With the trial now set for March 2026, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about money or reputation anymore. It's about who walks away with their career intact. For Justin Baldoni, a loss could permanently tarnish his image as the thoughtful, socially conscious filmmaker he's built over the years. His company, Wayfarer Studios, has multiple projects in development, all of which could suffer if the allegations stick. Even if he wins, the shadow of this feud might follow him for years. For Blake Lively, the risk is equally steep. She's not just fighting as an actress, but as a producer and public figure known for championing female empowerment. If the court rules in Baldoni's favor or discredits her claims, it could reshape how audiences and studios studios view her. But if she wins, it would reinforce her image as a woman who refused to stay silent, no matter the backlash. And beyond them, there's the bigger question. How will this case reshape Hollywood's balance of power between stars and directors? More insiders are watching closely, fearing this could set a new precedent for creative control battles in major productions. The only thing clear right now is that neither side is backing down. Both are lawyering up, tightening NDAs, and preparing for what's being called one of Hollywood's most intense trials in years. Because when the court doors open, the truth, or at least one version of it, will finally come out. But whether that truth redeems someone or ruins them, that's the part nobody can predict. So, here's where things stand. Two Hollywood heavyweights, one explosive lawsuit, and a single word that changed everything: extortion. What started as a promising collaboration on a best-selling romance has spiraled into one of the most talked-about feuds in the industry. Accusations, countersuits, depositions, and a media frenzy so loud that no one can tell what's fact and what's spin anymore. Justin Baldoni insists he's staying calm and taking the high road. Blake Lively's team says his side is just creating distractions. But as the court date inches closer, the question everyone's asking is, who's telling the truth and who's rewriting the story to protect their image? Because in Hollywood, every scandal comes with two scripts, the one you see on camera and the one being written behind closed doors. So what do you think? Is Blake fighting for justice, or did this battle start as something else entirely? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe, because this story is far from over.